The San Francisco Giants get a huge come-from-behind victory, 6-5, over their division rival, the Colorado Rockies, up in Coors Field. What a game this was. In the 8th inning, guys, with the Giants trailing by a run, Buster Posey comes up and has one of the greatest at-bats of the year, going opposite field on a 100-mile-per-hour fastball. And I mean, he crushed that ball so hard that line drive, literally, as soon as it hit the grass, it carried all the way to the wall. And on the hit, 2 runs came in to score, giving the Giants a 1-run lead, which they would end up holding the score at that. And this is a big victory. As you know, every victory, every game right now is crucial as we are gunning down that final wild card spot in the National League, guys. And so Madison Bumgarner got the start for your Giants in this one, and it was a little bit of a rough spell for Bumgarner. As you know, we don't always expect that he is going to be lights out every time he takes the mound. Bumgarner went 5 innings in this one, allowing 8 hits. He did give up 5 earned runs. You had a couple of the Rockies' big-time hitters hit some big home runs like Trevor Story and Charlie Blackmon. And then Bumgarner, so also he gave up only 1 walk, so that was very encouraging. Struck out 2 batters, and of course the 2 home runs allowed. Bumgarner still with a 3.92 ERA on the year. Now, the Giants were opposing 27-year-old right-hander Jon Gray, who went 4 innings in this one, giving up 9 hits. So the Giants definitely scorched Jon Gray. He gave up 4 earned runs. Of course, that came in the first inning, so you definitely saw the Giants offense go through a little bit of a cold spell after the hot start in the first inning. Also allowing 1 walk for Jon Gray, and he struck out 5 batters and giving up 1 home run on the game. So yeah, guys, the story of the game was the Giants offense banging out 14 hits. So really great to see this offense continue to erupt and continue to build on their confidence. And so let's get into the scoring of how the game played out. Of course, that 4-run first inning got the Giants off to a hot start. Pablo Sandoval got the run going with a RBI double, giving the Giants a 1-0 lead. Following him was Brandon Crawford with a clutch RBI single, giving the Giants a 2-0 lead. And then we had Scooter Gennett, guys, hitting his first home run with the Giants. It was his first home run in about a year's time. And that was, of course, due to the fact that he missed a lot of playing time this year due to injury. But now that he's healthy, he's going to be able to showcase what his talent has to offer. And what a performance in this first inning. It was it was an inside fastball that he was able to keep his hands inside on the ball and drive that thing over the wall. And so you're feeling great at this point. A 4-0 lead. We got our Mad Bum on the hill. And, things are looking good. But the Rockies, give them some credit because they would wound up answering back in the game. In the bottom of the second inning, the Rockies would get on the board thanks to a Ryan McNabb RBI ground out. And the thing about that is that there was some miscommunication on a play earlier in the second inning on a fly ball to center field. I believe it was Steven Duggar out there and Mike Yastrzemski. So the miscommunication, the ball wound up dropping and, wound up turning into a double. And again, due to the Rockies' situational hitting, they were able to get a run on the ground out, and that came on a 2-strike count. So, Bumgarner, he appeared a little bit agitated after allowing the run to score, but that's just his intensity. That's how Bumgarner is. He felt like he should have been able to get the strikeout and not allow that runner from third to score. But nevertheless, you always want to stay out of the big inning. So a run came in at that point. It was 4-1. In the bottom of the third inning, Trevor Story, who has been a thorn to the Giants, he hit another home run in the series. This one was his 24th home run, a 2-run blast, and that cut the deficit to 4-3. And in the bottom of the 5th inning, the Rockies would completely erase the Giants' 4-run lead. Charlie Blackmon would hit his 22nd home run, a solo shot. That knotted the game up at 4. And then Daniel Murphy, who, it's crazy. He's bounced around from the Mets. We remember his time, of course, those clutch at-bats that he had versus the Dodgers. We will never forget that. And then, he wound up playing for the Cubs for a period of time. And, so we've seen Murphy kind of, bounce around a lot of different teams. And, of course, he played with the Nationals. So now we're seeing it with the Rockies, which is, it's a weird sight to see him wearing a Rockies uniform. But Murphy would come up clutch. He's having a great year for the Rockies. He would hit an RBI double, giving the Rockies a 5-4 lead. And, of course, that would set things up for the big pinch hit appearance in the top of the 8th inning. Like I was saying earlier, guys, Posey goes opposite field on a 100-mile-per-hour fastball, and the ball literally carried to the wall. It was hit so hard. I have not seen many balls like that just carry like that. Because, it appeared it was just going to be like a single, but, the speed of that ball, it just kept going across that grass, the velocity, and 2 runs would wound up scoring. And, give a huge credit to the Giants bullpen. They would wound up making that score stand at 6-5 and to come away with the victory. A huge victory, especially after dropping the first game of the series. And now you set yourself up nicely, to potentially come away with a series victory if they can pull that out in the final game of the series. And so, guys, we are going to get into the offensive statistics of the game for your San Francisco Giants. Of course, knocking out 14 hits. It was an amazing game to watch. Brandon Belt got on base 3 times. He went 2 for 5 with 1 walk. He is now hitting .238 on the year. Pablo Sandoval had a phenomenal game. The Kung Fu Panda, he had 3 hits, going 3 for 5, scoring 1 run with 1 RBI. He's now hitting .267 on the year. So we've seen Pablo struggle for a short period of time. And, lately, over the last 2-3 weeks, it appears that he is getting out of that slump. So what a great game for him. Stephen Vogt, man, so many good things we can say about Vogt's production. He continues day in and day out to give the Giants quality at bats, and you really don't miss much when you put him behind the plate. He offensively and also his game calling skills defensively. He's definitely a catcher that a lot of the Giants pitchers on this pitching staff love to throw to, and he's an excellent game caller, excellent receiver, and so you love all those attributes about a Stephen Vogt. So he goes 2 for 5 in the game, hitting .295 now on the year. And of course, guys, Scooter Gennett, congratulations to him hitting his first home run as a San Francisco Giant. So Scooter Gennett went 1 for 5, scoring 1 run. Of course, the 2-run home run for him, huge. And then we had Austin Slater, another great game. He has been turning things around. He goes 2 for 4 in the game, scoring 1 run and gets on base 3 times, as he also added a walk in the game. Slater is now hitting .274 on the year, so I definitely look as he can be a guy that can hit over 300, hit some home runs for you, knock in some runs. It's been so much fun to watch Austin Slater continue to improve, and he's got an absolute cannon of an arm in the outfield, guys. He can throw up to 94 miles per hour just, from throwing. So, I mean, he's got the speed of velocity that a pitcher would have. So, to have that from the outfield, that's going to be huge, whenever defense has got to step it up, when you got to win some games. Buster Posey, the huge pinch hit at bat, guys. He had the day off, but what a day for him to get 1 at bat and to hit the game-winning hit, knocking in 2 runs, 2-run double, just phenomenal for Posey. He is now hitting .262 on the year. And so, guys, now we are going to get into the bullpen stats of the game for your San Francisco Giants. Of course, they held it down, going 4 innings, 4 shutout innings after Bumgarner pitches his 5 innings. So Trevor Gott came in following Bumgarner. Trevor Gott went 1 inning. He did not allow a hit or a run, walking 1 batter and striking out 2. He now has a 3.80 ERA on the year. And then we had Sam Coonrod, another hard rookie thrower in that Giants bullpen. He has been touching velocity up from 99 to 100 miles per hour. I have been so impressed with what I've seen from Coonrod in about 11 innings or so now. He's got a 0.90 ERA. And so this is a perfect example of why the Giants were able to move a Sam Dyson at the trade deadline and, you know, still be able to be confident in the relievers that we had down in our bullpen, because we have so many good young arms, hard throwers, and Coonrod is one of them. And, you know, he's just been impressing every time going out there, proving to Bruce Bochy that he can be trusted in high leverage situations in games. And so that's going to be huge down the stretch, that you can go to a Sam Coonrod to get some big outs when you need to. So does not allow a hit or a walk in his inning of work. Tony Watson would come in after Coonrod. Watson would give up 2 hits in his outing, did not allow a walk, and did strike out 1 batter. Watson continuing to have a phenomenal year, now with a 2.86 ERA on the year. And then Will Smitty, guys, our closer. How exciting is it that past the July 31st trade deadline, no longer will we have to continue to talk about will a Madison Bumgarner get traded or will a Will Smith get traded. So Smith is still in the house, guys, and he picks up his 27th save of the year, pitching 1 inning. The Rockies would make it interesting, though, in the 9th, as they would get 2 hits. And so that was a very torturous game. You know, the old saying from 2010, Giants baseball torture. Well, I think we can call it Giants baseball torture 2.0 here in 2019. I mean, so many one-run ball games that we've played. Obviously, losing a one-run game yesterday. This adding to another one-run victory. That is now 28 victories on the season by 1 run. So absolutely phenomenal there. So Will Smith came up huge there, getting 3 strikeouts. And so, man, what a finish to that game. Now Will Smith with a 2.61 ERA on the year. And so, guys, as we look ahead to the future, to the San Francisco Giants next game, the finale of a 3-game series, the Giants are going to be sending rookie right-hander Tyler Beede to the mound. And he is going to be opposing the Rockies' 26-year-old left-hander by the name of Kyle Freeland. He has been a very good starter for the Rockies. In fact, you know, they were expecting this season to be a very competitive team alongside Freeland and I believe their other front-of-the-line starter. But up to this point in the season, it has not been happening for the Rockies. But, you know, it's never too late to turn things around the last couple of months. And anytime the Giants are playing the Rockies, you know you're going to be in for a dogfight, as they play the Giants very tough, just like all of our division opponents and, you know, every team in baseball. It doesn't matter who you're playing. You know, it's going to be a hard-fought fight to get that W. And so, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you made it all the way through to the end of the video, then be sure to smash that like button. I very much appreciate all the feedback from you guys. And so comment down below. I'd love to hear your opinion and your perspective on all things San Francisco Giants. What are your guys' thoughts after the big victory tonight? And, you know, Madison Bumgarner, of course, he did have a rough outing, but I do not think it's anything to be too concerned about, as, of course, it was at Coors Field, but we still were able to come away with the victory. And so I want to hear your thoughts on that, and also all the moves that we made at the trade deadline. I love to hear your guys' thoughts. I definitely believe we made some very good pickups. And if you want to see some extra analysis on those trades, then be sure to go to my YouTube channel and check out my latest videos. You will find those videos there. And until next time, guys, I will see you again. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.